So I was talking to a client this morning, brand new client, and she was asking me, should she share her dreams with her family and friends? And it's always an interesting question, should we share? And so what I tell her is what I always say is that, when we have a dream, a business that we've just birthed, it's like a baby. And so we want to protect it. And so it can be kind of tricky, because first she said, should I tell my husband? And, I always say, spouses are tricky because if you have attempted a lot of things, I have, and failed, when you tell your spouse, sometimes they're not as supportive because they don't believe that you're going to be successful. They don't believe in you anymore. They've kind of lost some faith. They want you to just do something and stick with it. And so entrepreneurs' minds are so different, right? We can jump from one thing to another to another. We're full of ideas, right? And so it's tricky to tell your spouse. I believe in telling your spouse. I think that, you've got to have proof of concept first. You've got to test it some. You've got to put yourself out there, create the product or service, put it out there and really know who you're targeting, who you want to serve, the problem that you solve, your solution solidified. So you've got to do some work before you drag somebody else in, your children or your spouse, because people like success. People want you to be successful. They don't want they think that it's not good to be jumping from thing to thing or having business ideas. Entrepreneurs, our minds are so different. And so we just see it all great, right? And so I believe in testing a lot of things, but really have a proof of concept. If you try a lot of things and they have failed, before you tell your spouse and children, go ahead and put yourself out there. Go ahead and test and tweak, learn, get some success, and then you can tell them. So they'll be as excited as you are. Sometimes if you tell your spouse or even friends or family too soon, people won't give you the validation that you want. They won't say the things that you need to hear that's encouraging. They won't say what you expect. And so you got to be rock solid in the confidence that you have in yourself and your product and service before you go off telling people, because sometimes people don't support you because they don't know how to support you. Sometimes people are negative because they don't want to have to get up and do something different themselves. They don't want to pursue their dreams. But I know for a fact that dreams don't die. They don't. They just nag us for the rest of our lives. And so we live with regret if we don't pursue them. So I think you got to be careful when you're telling people that are, your friends or family, because sometimes people don't support you like you want. And so it is so important that you protect your idea and really build it up for yourself. And I like to journal it out on paper. You can do just white copy paper, just journal it out, write out what your plans are, who your target market is, your pricing, your marketing, really get things down on paper. It doesn't take a lot, but so you can just start testing and then tweaking it. You might find that you're not interested in it once you start pursuing it, but you won't know until you put yourself out there and really try and make it work. So it's up to you. If you share your dream, just know that sometimes people they don't say what we want them to say. They don't support us like we want them to support us. And sometimes you're more likely to get strangers to purchase your products and services, to support you more than your friends and family. And there's all kind of reasons, but you just can't get caught up in, I need support from my whoever. You want to support yourself. You want to be rock solid in your belief in that you're going to pursue this until it's successful. And so don't get caught up in what anybody else says. Just as long as you believe, and you just constantly have to tell yourself, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And you make tweaks as you need to, but pursue it with everything in you. Be totally committed and put yourself out there, and you never know what's going to happen. It might be successful on the first time. It may have to, you might have to do some tweaking, but just keep at it. Don't give up. That's the problem that most people have, is that they don't believe in themselves enough to keep pursuing it until it's successful, to keep testing and tweaking. And that's all business is you're trying out new ideas. You're testing and tweaking to see what the market is willing to pay for, what the market really needs, what problems they have that matches your solution. Don't give up. It's the most important thing, is don't give up. Believe that it'll work. Believe in yourself. Believe that you have the best solution. Keep getting better. Keep learning and growing, and put yourself out there every single day.